everyone, I'm Jess from Planner Flotsam and welcome back to my channel. It is that time of year when people are getting their new passion planners and they're trying to figure out how to set up their back pages. So I thought I'd do a flip through of my 3 years of back pages and how I've used them. So if you're curious about my back pages, stay tuned. One of the things I like to do is swatches. So you can see here I've got my first sets of washi tapes that I ever got, and also I tried out all my different pens. I now have a lot more pens, and so I don't do swatches as often, but I really liked it when I very first got these sets to try it out, see what they were like on the paper. Here I used it to track my first yoga challenge, and so every 10 days I would fill these flowers out, and I got myself a reward, and then I also gave myself mini rewards that I could choose from here. It was when I was very first getting into yoga and I really needed to up my game, and so having this back tracker was fun. It was bigger than a habit tracker. It's essentially a habit tracker, but it was bigger and it was focused specifically on the yoga challenge. I've also used it a bunch of times to track video game challenges. I used this for an event in World of Warcraft, which was really fun. And so I was able to go through and track what I needed to do to get all of these individual achievements. And then here, it was when I was first starting with pet collecting, and I wanted to get 25 pets to 25. So they have different types. And so I broke them down and made these little dividers so I could try to see which types of pets I needed to raise up to 25. Here, I really like how this page turned out. I did books that I read that year, and I would just fill it out as I went. I did this doodle first. I got the idea off Pinterest, I'm sure, but I really like how it turned out. It looks like a little bookshelf, and it was fun getting to color in the books as I was reading. This was just a fun page. I do board games, and so here you can see the dates, and I was trying to keep track of what board games we played just by kind of color coding at the bottom just for fun. And so it just kind of shows a couple months worth of games days, and it was a good use of the blank back pages. And yeah, again, more World of Warcraft stuff, but it was really fun to go through and fill in the scores. You can see here, or the achievements. You can see I did it on 2 tracks because my husband and I were doing it together, and I was keeping track of it for him. Here, I just used it to keep track of family gift ideas for Christmas. So we always do a drawing in my family, and then this was for the McCutcheons side, and then this was for friends side. And so just keeping track of the gifts I needed to get and then jotting down what we got helped keep us organized. Here, I was trying to track which video subscriptions we were using the most, and yeah, I watched too much TV, but it was keeping track of it because we were thinking about cutting down on some. And then again, these are shows that we were currently watching, and so I could do what episode we were on or season, and then fill in the episodes as we watch them just to keep track. I don't use that too much anymore because, like Netflix keeps track of it for you, but it's kind of fun to watch. These back pages I was using when my husband and I were trying to get pregnant, and so some of you may not have any idea what this means, but I was keeping track of our temperatures for ovulation and stuff, and it was more fun to have it back down here and then think positive because we wanted to get pregnant, which I did. But yeah, I was able to keep track of it back here and show it to doctors and stuff, which was real helpful. Birthdays are a great thing. You just have to remember to look back at it. I always put my birthdays in the back. And then I also use it for kind of event planning stuff. So this is a baby shower that I was throwing, and so I just used it to, what I need to do, guest list, things like that. So it was nice to have that. So this was the back pages in my first passion planner, and now I'll go on to my second. This back page was really fun. I used it to sketch out our Halloween costume for the family. I just printed out what we were going to be, and then I was able to keep track of all the different things we needed to buy or make, what they were for, things like that. So that was really fun. Here again is another Christmas one. We've got Christmas shopping lists, Marshall's side, nuclear family, so like specifically my son and husband, friends, my side of the family. And then when we had the budget, we were trying to keep within a certain budget. And then also this list for Christmas cards. So we sent Christmas cards to people. So I've got that list there. So that was handy to keep track of everything during the holidays. I also used it when I had a shop for my stickers. I used it, and this was just to keep track of what I'd drawn, uploaded, edited, things like that. So basically just my sticker list. And then this is my list of Etsy orders. These were ones I was buying. And you can see when I would get them, I'd mark off that it was delivered, and then I had a description of what it was and if I was using codes and things like that, and then whether I'd shared it on Instagram. I also used it to keep track of the early immunization information for my son. I was a little more worried about it at the beginning. Not worried about the immunizations, but worried that I would forget or something. But turns out the pediatrician pretty much takes care of it for you on a schedule. But so I, ahead of time, listed it all out because I wanted to make sure I had the appointments lined up. But yeah, I didn't need it, but it made me feel better knowing what the schedule was. Now the doctor's just like, yeah, these are the ones you get. So, and then this was the packing for the hospital when we had the baby. So it was nice to have everything lined out. I ended up having a C-section, so I didn't have to like pack in a rush. So I was able to have this all lined out, but that was good. And here are two more examples of events. So I just used them to brainstorm and then divide up tasks and then any information that I needed for it. This was a poetry reading when I was creative writing, sponsor. And then this was a Special Olympics fundraiser. And so it was just nice to have one place where it was all organized. Like during meetings, I could just set it out and say, okay, here's what we need to get done, for example. So anyway, those are the highlights of my second one. And now on to Passion Planner number 3. Okay, so here are the back pages in my first one. These are stickers from Chelsea Brown Designs, and I will try to remember to link her shop in the bottom, but if I don't, let me know. These are sized stickers specifically for whichever Passion Planner size you have. So these were for the medium size. And again, it's television series, but it's for the seasons, which is nice. But I kind of adjusted it for myself. So like Better Off Ted only has 2 seasons, so I widened it out. But anyway, it was a way to keep track of television series. Here's another pen collection. And honestly, I didn't need this, but I just thought it looked so pretty. And so I'm glad that I got it. Here are 2 more of the stickers. And she also has these for digital download. I think I downloaded these. So podcasts, reading lists, things like that. I like to keep track of those so when people give me recommendations, I can pop them on there. This is a self-care, treating myself page. When I go out and spend time on my own, for a while when I was dealing with postpartum depression, I would have so much trouble figuring out what I wanted to do. And so I got these sticker kits and just put all of the quote-unquote self-care stickers out. And it made it easier because then I could say, okay, what am I going to do? Baby's dropped off. He's safe with mother-in-law. I don't know. And so I did, this just kind of was a brainstormy idea until I got the ball rolling. And, now I'm way better at going and getting coffee or cocktails or doing Happy Meal or whatever. I'm skipping a big chunk because I keep budget stuff in the back as well. And so I might make a video sometime, but it's a bunch of personal information. So for now, here is my birthday tracker for this planner. It looks a lot different than the other one, but I just transfer over the important birthdays every year, and I love making that page. This is my level 10 life, which I haven't been following through as far as checking in. I'm going to do one hopefully in November, but these stickers came from Dolce Planner and Chelsea Brown, and yeah, so this was just like my overall level 10 life page. And then here I actually divided them up and made specific tasks, and it's really fun. I love going back in and being like, oh, I did that. And it just helps me remember the things I want to focus on. So I've got a couple pages of that. I also made this mini mental health to-dos. And so again, I have anxiety and I'm getting better at vocalizing it, but when I was having all the postpartum depression, it was really hard for me to ask for help and ask for time off, essentially. And so I made myself a reminder, like, vocalize that you need the time, decide how much time you actually want to take that break. And so I've got stuff divided up into 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes plus, just little things that I can do to decrease my anxiety and get back on track. These pages I just love. They're essentially reference pages for the Chinese zodiac and for the astrological zodiac signs and stuff. Again, it's something you could easily Google or just know, but how cute are these stinking stickers? And I just loved making these pages. It was so much fun. It was just a creative way to use those sticker sets. These are from Some Little Things, and I'll link them in the description as well. But I just thought it was so cute, and I loved having all of my, I don't know, it was just a fun exercise in decorating stuff. Here's another washi. Swatches. My washi tapes have changed a lot even since this. I might do a video where I go through my washi tape, but it's fun to have different washi swatches because it's kind of hard to tell when it's in the roll exactly what it'll look like. Here's another video game. I'm not playing World of Warcraft anymore, but I am playing Pokemon, and so anytime I get a badge, I fill it out, and then other major events and stuff, so that's fun. Okay, so those are the ways that I've used the back pages in my 3 years of Passion Planner. If you have any suggestions or things that I haven't done, let us know in the comments because people are always looking for inspiration for how to use those pages. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.